Hi, my name's Eric Wilson. I'm an independent licensed mechanic with 35 years of service, and I'm the person that inspected this 99 Chrysler Intrepid. In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to go walk you through the list and tell you what I found so you can make an informed decision whether this is for you or not. Now, first of all, the K is 247, 362, and starting at the top of the list here, I'm just going to walk you through just what I found here, okay? Now, on this, this is just the accelerator. That's just to do with the gas pedal and all that kind of stuff, but it's good. I didn't find any problem with that. There was no leaks in the fuel system. There was no leaks in the exhaust. The transmission shifted properly. The rear... The front and rear spindles, that's to do with CV joints. I didn't find any problem with them. The CV boots are the main things that get ripped, and they were intact. There is no clutch. The levels, the power steering fluid and the brake fluid and the oil was all up, and oil was clean. Now the CV joints, that's to do with the rubber boots on the outside of the outer and inner CV boots, and none of them were ripped none of those were ripped. Now, coming down to the all the lamps to do with all like the running lamps and all that good stuff, high beam, low beam, nothing wrong. Tail running lights were good. Hazards worked. License backup, the backup lights and the license plate lamp. There was no lamp lights that were out. Instruments. Now, the speedometer was working properly, and the indicator lamps were. The horn works, and the high beam indicator worked as well. Now, coming up to the braking system, the parking brake is working. The hydraulic system, which is the brake system, was working. There was no leaks or problems that I found. The vacuum system, I didn't. Your power steer, that's to do with your power steering brake, your power braking system, and that was working fine. No, there is no drum brakes. They're all disc, and they were fine. The shoes and pads, and now when it comes to shoes and pads, okay, the number of K on the what do you call it, on the front brakes you had 30,000 K left. On the rear brakes you had 40,000 K. The rear brakes were actually brand new. The front brakes were like very recent. Okay, now coming down to the steering lash. Now that's mainly steering lashes to do with trucks that have the worm gear. But this is rack and pinion, and this is a rack and pinion. But there was no problem as far as the steering linkage and the steering lash. The power steering system worked fine. Now there is no kingpin because that's to do with trucks, not with cars. Ball joints, very important. These are what hold the front wheels to the suspension, and they were tight. Now there is no leaf springs because everything's struts and shocks. Again, leaf springs are to do with trucks and heavier vehicles. Coil springs, torsion bar, all to do with heavier vehicles. Okay. Now the back end is independent multi-link, which there was no leaks that I could see or any issues with that. Now, diagnostic trouble codes, which means any trouble engine lights, check engine lights on. No, there was no check engine lights on this car when I was driving it, so that checks out. Now, coming up to the frame and body. Hood latch, the hood latches properly. The door latches, the doors were not saggy. There was no like when you open the door and you feel that kind of drops a bit. There was none of that in there. Bumpers, there's no cracks. The windshield wipers worked good. There is no rear wiper and washer. There was no crack in the windshield that I could see. Windows, now the windows, there was an issue with the window. The right passenger window is not going up and down properly. You have to change the window regulator for that. That's about $150 job, and the window on the driver's side was not going up and down. That's another. You got about $300 worth of repair to get both windows, the driver's window and the passenger window in the front, working properly. So you're looking at about $300 for that to be made right, and that's for my prices. It could be more for others, but I don't have that much overhead, so I'm able to do things cheaper. Okay, so that you are looking at, so I want you to be aware of that. Now, the defrost and heaters working good. The mirrors, the driver's mirror had a problem. It had been hit. It needs to be changed. You're looking at $100 for that to be repaired as well, because that's again another wrecking yard deal that I can do for you. Parts and labor, $100. Seats were working good. Airbag lights, there was no airbag lights. Mud guards were intact. window glazing, and structural integrity. There was no hits or no damage that I could see body-wise or frame-wise. Now, tread depth, a little low, okay? On your front tires, you only got 5,000 K left, so it's definitely down. And you see the picture of sent pictures of the close-up of the tread, so you can see what you're dealing with there as well. And the rear tires, you got about you got about 15,000 K left on the rear tires. Now, so that's the tread depth. And then now the wiring, the battery is strong. Okay, like it just started right up and it's been sitting out in the cold for quite a while. The alternator, there was no check engine light or no alternator light to say that there was a problem with the alternator. So run-wise, this is a good little runner because it is a 2.7 motor, and those things are incredibly cheap on gas. I know I used to drive one. I love driving it because it was reliable, and I was getting 28 miles to the gallon on that thing. It was just amazing. And it was just being front wheel drive. It just got me right through the winter. So it's a great little beater. Anyway, that's what the story on this 99 Chrysler Intrepid. Take a look at the pictures. Take a look at the tire treads. And so you can make yourself an informed decision. Now, folks, I can do this for this, and I can do this for any vehicle that you're interested in. All you have to do is let me know where the vehicle is, and I will go do my inspection and send you a video of it. And there's no cost and there's no obligation because the seller is the person that is going to take care of me. Okay. So anyway, hope to hear from you and have a good day.